Yo, what's going on, guys? Shinigami here, and yeah, we're back with the long-awaited Tiandi Flow guide. Now, before we get started, I'm going to show my credentials. Number 1 Tiandi on Xbox, number 1 Tiandi globally in player kills, and obviously I'm rep 80 with Tiandi. Have God knows how many hours on them. Now, you guys have been wanting to know how to flow better with Tiandi, so, you know, here we are. Now, I will say I'm not going to go over, like, basic stuff. I do have a guide already that covers, like, basic stuff, so basically, I'm going to kind of tell you guys how I do things and show you guys a few like tricks or whatever, and I'm also going to show you some like anti-ganks and stuff like that. So first we can start off with the like 1v1 portion. So I'm pretty sure you guys know, if you hear like basic TND stuff, I'm pretty sure you guys are doing like flowcharty stuff, and by flowcharty I mean like you're following a specific like pattern and you're not really like mixing it up. And I mean, I can show you what that flowchart is exactly. You're probably doing this, or you're doing this, or you're mixing the dodge light with the dodge forward heavy. But yeah, don't do that. There's a lot more you can do with this character other than, well, that. I mean, if it's working, then by all means continue it, but if it's like not working, like you're gonna have to mix it up. Instead of doing a flowchart, you're gonna want to like read as you're fighting. So like if I'm doing this, I have to think in my head, okay, what's my opponent going to do? Or really think before I do that, whatever. If the answer is sit there and look silly, start giggling and all that stuff, then do another one. But the thing about that is your opponent can light you out of a palm strike, like a second one. So if I do this and try to do another palm strike, I can get, you know, hit out of that palm strike. I can't really show it because the bot won't do it, but I'm pretty sure if you play TND, you already know that. So to avoid that, you would just do this. Or you would do this. Or, I mean, you could simply move out of the way. Or you could just simply do nothing and wait for the attack. But don't be afraid to mix things up. Don't be afraid to just throw a raw heavy. People don't always parry it, and it can get blocked. And even if your opponent blocks it, I mean, you still get the dragon kick. So it's like no big deal. I guess another thing what I'm trying to tell you is don't be afraid to use the rest of your kit, which is a crazy concept for some people to grasp, to be honest. So don't be afraid to start out a fight with a raw heavy into like this, into this, something like that. Don't be afraid to use like your whole kit and make reads as you're doing it. Because one thing you can like think to yourself is, okay, if I'm doing this, what's going to happen? Like you're fighting a Highlander, for example. I'm doing this. What are they going to try to do? Crush and counter, right? So, feint to parry. There you go. Or another thing I like to do is if I know people are really jumpy on like movement, something like that, like they're really jumpy on a palm strike, they're really scared of it or something like that, then I'll throw this out. Now you might be wondering, why don't I just do dodge light? I mean, yeah, I do that as well. But if I feel like someone's going to dodge attacks, I can just do this. Feint, parry, top heavy. Another thing you could do in a fight is, well, this. Back heavy into dragon kick. Does it work all the time? Well, I mean, no, because if someone's smart, they're going to knock you out of it. But if someone, like, whiffs, then the kick will catch them, and then there you go. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen me do it like countless times. It works. It just depends on like the mental of your opponent. If they're going to keep attacking and you feel like you can do it, then go for it. A lot of what you need to do, which goes for any character, I've noticed this a lot when I play. People are afraid of commitment. If you commit to attacks, like if you just throw a top heavy, if you commit to a top heavy and that hits, you're good to go. People are scared of commitment. You ever see when you're fighting online and everyone does like, let's say Warden, for example, light, unblockable, feint the unblockable every single time, feint the unblockable every single time. They only, with the exception of one time, 1 or 2 times, they actually let it fly. Every other time, they feint it to a guard break. They don't commit to the attack. What you have to do to improve is not be afraid of anything. A commitment, getting parried. Like if someone parries my light, okay, I got light parried. I still have a health bar. Yeah, I might have eaten like 27 damage, but I'm still alive. You have to be able to commit. You cannot be afraid of anything. Honestly, just do it. Don't be focused on doing what's optimal all the time. Don't try to focus on like bread and butter, so to speak. Just have fun. That's how I flow. I have fun. I like dodge attack. I like this. So I do it. If I want to do something, I do it. You want a dodge light? Do it. You You want to do this? Do it. You get what I'm saying here. Just do it. Now remember one thing you guys asked about was like recovery, more so on bashes. So more so the dragon kick you guys struggled with. Now for the palm strike, I'm pretty sure you got the hang of that. After palm strike, you can, you know, dodge out, or you can do a dodge light. But be careful on the dodge light, because to actually like dodge things, you have to like delay the light input. Because if you don't, it's just gonna hit you. So you have to do this. But I mean, if it's a bash, like, you know, wardens, then, well, obviously just dodge and guard break. But the scary thing can be like, you know, what if he charges the bash and then you just do a dodge heavy, you know, all that. You know how that goes. Now for the kick, you guys are probably struggling with that the most, because I think you're pressing buttons way too fast. Because I noticed, like, if you press heavy way too soon or whatever, if you just like mash it out and try to dodge, you can't. So the solution to that is just look at your opponent. Crazy, right? Look at your opponent. Basically, kind of just react to their state. If they get hit by the kick, then press heavy. If they don't, then just, well, don't. Just look for the movement, honestly. I can just tell you that. Look for the movement. Look for the dodge. If you see the dodge, well, I can't say if you see the dodge, but basically if you see them flying away, then press heavy. If they don't fly away, you know, obviously they dodge, then, you know, you dodge. Now with the help of Peter Griffin, I can show you guys what the crushing counter portion would look like. So I'm going to have him do a dodge heavy, and I'm going to pray that I can actually, like, you know, show it on camera. Okay, he's doing dodge heavy. I do this. Dragon kick. There we go. This. It's just like that. Oh, I should probably show the palm strike version too, if I can do it properly. There we go. It's just like that, folks. And I probably should have gone over this before the crushing counter portion. You're probably thinking, what if somebody just wants to guard break me? Won't that go through the dodge attack? Well, no. And this will also, you know, go over some misconceptions about the dragon kick and things you can do. So after dragon kick, there's only one option for you to do to not get guard broken. I'm gonna have Peter Griffin move. That's that. If you do that, you won't be guard broken. Dodge light, you won't be guard broken. Try it again. Now I did see someone say, oh, well, after the dragon kick you can do a palm strike and it's safe. Okay, let's try that. Oh, would you look at that? I got guard broken out of my palm strike. I thought, what the hell? Okay, weird audio. But, what was I saying before that happened? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I thought the random YouTube guy said I couldn't get guard broken out of my palm strike, and I got a guard broken out of the palm strike. It's almost like they didn't know what they were talking about. Okay, now you're probably thinking, what about my other dodge attacks? Okay, let's try those. Guard breakable. Guard breakable. Guard break vulnerable. Yeah. Let's try this one. Guard break vulnerable. So, yes. Oh, well, maybe I should do these ones too, so you can see. Yeah, you're safe for that one as well. So basically, only dodge light to beat the guard break input. If someone's gonna bash, do regular dodge, guard break. You're probably curious about the palm strike, so I mean, I guess I can show you that too. Yeah, got a guard broken out of that. Does not get a guard broken out of that. Or that. Guard broken out of that. And guard broken out of that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys some clips for like the anti-gank portion of the video. I'm going to let the video play out, and then when it's done, I'm going to, you know, talk over it, and we can obviously talk about it. I just pray the audio is not too loud, but here we go. Alright, so let's go over this from the beginning. So I'm running out here, and I see teammate getting ganked. Feint that to try to bait Nusha, then obviously continue doing 1v1 stuff. Now we'll pause here. Now one thing I want to quickly talk about, I don't need to spend too much time over this. One thing you need to know how to do is know when to use your dodge lights and your dodge heavies in like team fights and ganks. Dodge heavies, they do some good damage, but I would mainly use those for evasion and use dodge lights for offense. But be careful though, because your dodge light is not like enhanced. So if they block it, then I mean, there's the end of that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I mean, that's what I like to do. It does work a lot for me. So yeah, but let me get back into it. Obviously, I'm using dodge heavy there to try to like keep Shinobi on the outside. Nusha dies, then it's basically just a 1v1. So here, as you can see, I'm just doing whatever I want with the dodge heavy. Now here's one thing I talked about. Dodge forward heavy, do it to bait a reaction, boom, and get the kill. I'm very terrible at narrating, so give me a break, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought I had another clip, but I don't. So this is the last clip I'm going to show, and then we can talk about some other things that I don't have recorded currently. Alright, so this clip basically showed more of mainly using the dodge heavy for evasion. Now as you guys can see here, let's see if I can play it real quick. I jump in, do that, Centurion goes at me, dodge heavy to get away from him, and then dodge heavy to peel again. Now peel is a terminology used for just escaping the situation. So in that situation there, I just simply dodge heavy. I locked onto somebody else and then dodge heavy, because if I locked onto Sint, I would have just like went around, but locking onto someone else allowed me to like get out of dodge and cover more distance. Then after that, I kind of just go back in when I feel like it, and then, you know, start doing dodge lights. Now you may have seen a little later on how I dodge light to get a crushing counter. Yeah, you can get like external crushing counters. You already knew that if you're here. I mean, I'm pretty sure I already covered that in the like other videos. And then, I mean, yeah, it's just that. Then after that, it gets pretty, well, quiet, so to speak. And then we just wait it out, because there's no need to like attack unnecessarily. Just kind of wait for him to make a mistake, or wait for teammates to handle it. Now that last part is like pretty crucial, because what people need to figure out is you don't always have to be active in team fights. There are times where you can sit there and wait, and then times where you can attack. Now if it looks like your teammate has it handled, like just let him have it, because if you just keep attacking, especially if you keep bashing Lord, then you're gonna feed revenge. I know I said I was done showing off clips, but this clip basically, like, I don't really need to go over this. It's just more like showing what I mean by do whatever you want and just simply have fun. And I mean, obviously using your dodge recovery. Boom. I didn't throw him to the wall there because I was concerned about stamina, and it all turned out well anyways, so yeah. Okay y'all, this is the clip I was looking for like the dodge lights. So there's not really much to go over this other than just to show an example of what I mean by using them in anti-ganks. It's basically using them for speed and to like actually like, well, attack. I was gonna say attack faster, but yeah, that covers speed. I mean, can you get parried? Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's worth it. There's no like, you know, other ganking stuff here. It's just killing the Yorm, to be honest. I'm very glad I got Venge there. That was very entertaining to me. They all left after that too. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this helped somewhat. And this stuff is mainly just like what works for me. Now it might not work for everybody. That's fine. We all have our own things. This is just, you know, what works for me, and I hope this helps you guys flow better with TND. But one thing that I do want to, you know, really hammer in, just play to have fun, be really vigilant, and read. But yeah, embrace your dreams and protect your honor. Shinigami out, y'all.